concrete walls, these city lights. What I'm about to say, it won't make no sense, but I gotta get it off my chest. There's so much more than where you're from. It's in the fabric of your soul. I just wanna go home, where everybody knows me home, and I make all my memories home. I just wanna go
Everybody, come on into the Cajun cooking experience. This is Spuddy over here, and I'm just coming back from a cruise. I haven't undressed yet. Man, I've been going for 2 weeks, getting ready. Just got real busy, and the last week is just getting everything ready, doing my punish work for the Board of Health because I had to get everything straight before I left to go on the cruise. Took a 7-day cruise, and my buddy Donnie Babin, better known as Ted Durr, was playing on that cruise. And man, we were flip-flopping and swamp popping, baby. We had total of 12 hours of swamp pop dancing. Man, was it great. Monday, 4 hours, Friday, 4 hours, Saturday, 4 hours. Great cruise. If you haven't been to Celebration Key, that's where you want to be. I could have stayed there all the days of the cruise. What you say, Lucy? And Lucy was on the cruise with us. It was a good time. It was a good time to get away. A lot of good dancing, a lot of good people. And look, anytime you have swamp pop music playing, it's gonna be good. All right. All right, what's happening? So, Jay Taxon. So right now, what we're gonna do, this is my special request of my grandchildren's mama, better known as my daughter. I told her my grandchildren get somebody cooking for her. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take some deer sausage. And so I'm here, I have the ground meat. And I tell everybody when I make deer sausage for them, man, put you some ground meat, more ground meat than sausage. I can do anything I want with this. Sausage is sausage. I can make things with sausage, but this is so much better. Hamburger steak, meatloaf, spaghetti. So I decided tonight to do this loose meat spaghetti because I've been hungry for it. And she said, man, I'd really like some, Dad. And since she's the number one daughter, that would be the oldest, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to make sure she gets some to feed her whole family. Yeah, Lucy, we did pass a good time, Chef. So what I'm going to do is, and this dish is really not a hard dish to do, very nutritious. Right here, Dr. McGee, very nutritious dish to make. And it's something that if you want to feed a lot of people, this covers a lot. So we're going to start off with some onions. I got a little piece of carrot. I'm picking on carrots the whole time, waiting to go in the show. So I'm going to start off with my onions. And, you know, some people, if you don't like a red gravy, you can actually make this. You can make this with brown gravy if you want. You can do the same thing. Or you can make it a combination where it's like a sauce piquant. You have a little reddish brown gravy. It's up to you how you want to make it. Tonight, I'm going to stick mostly to a red gravy. Hey, Lisa. Lisa said that's what she cooked today. All right. That was a good choice. Did you cook it with deer, Lisa? What's up, Hollywood? Hey, man, let me tell you. Oh, Tim, what's happening? Oh, Jean Poirier, what's going on? From Toledo, Ben. Go ahead, brother. Up there trying to get some of them fish. Might have a little bit to come back and cook. All right, Lisa. Oh, Brian, I remember a long time ago when you actually hunted. Yeah. So what Brian's talking about, when I first came to Vasher, I actually did hunt. And my dumb ass hunted when it was hard. When we walked the swamp, we had to walk a mile before we actually got on sand. You know, it's kind of like walking in the snow to go to school. And now it's a lot easier that we've gotten older. But I quit hunting because I opened a restaurant, which took up all my time. And what's the best time for the restaurant business and the smoked meat business? Hunting season. Yeah, Brian, I did it one time. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and bring in some vegetables before I bring my meat in because I want to start getting these all cooked down. What's up, Kevin Nicole? And that's my other favorite daughter, Helen Nicole. She heard me say number one daughter. She heard me kick on. So I'm going to bring these bell peppers in. I'm just going to cook this down a little bit. Because what I'm going to do pretty soon, I'm going to go ahead and bring that ground meat in so it can start cooking. All right, Mildred. And when I do a tomato gravy, I love to put a lot of vegetables in it. That's just me. To me, it just gives that tomato gravy a little something extra. Hey, Lauren. Heather says she loves the shirt. So we were shopping in Nassau, and this was the night before we had Hawaiian night. So all the ladies that were with us on the cruise, my sister first goes, "Buddy, look at this shirt. You can wear that in your show." Well, we wound up wearing these shirts on our Monday when we all went bowling Monday in the St. Charles Parish Senior Citizens Bowling League. And but it's a really comfortable shirt. It's really bright. It stands out, and I love it. So all them ladies said, "Man, Spuddy, you can wear it on your show." Here I am. Lisa, it helps when your neighbor gives you deer ground meat. Well, Lisa, got a friend of mine that his son-in-law actually gave me this meat that we're using tonight. And that'd be Brian Rome. Gotten from it through my buddy Randy Becknell. Triple Beef Construction and Fence. What'd you say, Jody? Okay. Oh, man. The smell of these onions just cooking. Onions and bell peppers and celery. The smell is unbelievable right now. And what you want to do, you want to saute these onions a little bit. You want to get these sugars out these onions because those sugars coming out going to go real well with this tomato sauce and tomato gravy. I'm going to put a little mushroom. Mushroom's one of those optional things. I love a little mushroom with my tomato sauce. Let me tell you, this pot's going to be full tonight. And this is something I can actually eat on. I can eat on this all week. And there's so many things I can serve. I can take it and serve it over pasta. I can serve it over rice. I can serve it over quinoa. I'll serve this over my oatmeal. I don't care. Or I'll just eat it like that or just put it over a slice of bread or a piece of French bread. And this is the work. So today, one of the things I did, I found a pack of pork chops that were 89 cents a pound. These were big pork chops that come off the loin end. I like the loin end, got the little small bone, not a lot of bone. It's got that little fat cap on the outside. A lot of good flavor in that loin part of the pork chop. And I smothered some down today, just like this. And this is how I started. And maybe a little mushroom gravy with it. Oh, man. And just let it slow cook. Make a sloppy joe with it. There you go, Darren. What's happening, my brother? I feel like I haven't been on forever. So, a traditional tomato sauce, pasta sauce, whatever you want to call it, like this, is actually known as marinara sauce. But is it Italian or is it Mexican? Well, it's believed that the tomato sauce dates back to the Aztec days and the times which it would have originated in Mexico. Like I realized we had a lot of Spanish explorers, a lot of European explorers that would have actually possibly brought some of this back. This is where a lot of foods made it to Europe by them coming here to find the stuff that wasn't available, or bringing things over here that maybe could grow in our soil and maybe not. Oh, man. And just keep on working it like this. Now, my stock, what I did, I took a Boston butt. So I've always said, when I use Boston butt to make my deer sausage or make my fresh sausage, I keep that bone and I smoke that bone. And I use those smoked bones to make my stock, along with the ends of all my vegetables. It makes a fantastic stock. And then you throw a couple of little chicken bones in there with it. Holy cow. But just think like ham bone. You use ham bone and beans. Basically, this is a ham bone that I'm using to make my stock. It's the same principle. Okay. Now, I've got this cooked down pretty good. We'll let it go down a little bit more. And we'll start bringing in the deer meat. Now, I want this meat to cook down because as we go along, I want this meat to be slow cooking as we cook this tomato gravy. So I want to get a good browning on this meat, and it's also going to help give us a little brown color in our gravy. Yeah, what's happening? And tell my baby I said hello now. Oh, man. All right. Okay, let's take a look in that pot now. And you can see all the vegetables in this pot. Really a good combination of color, good combination of vegetables. I got to reach over and go over there and hand click it, because I dropped the remote control in the beer one day. And tonight, of course, we're drinking a little dog beer. And of course, a little dog beer goes well in tomato gravy. It goes well with tomato gravy too. So how did this sauce get the name marinara sauce? What does that mean? Well, think about the sea. Think about the mariner. Think about the people that were going out, the merchants that were going out to sea for 3 or 4 months at a time. This sauce was something that they would have taken with them. It was one of their favorite foods when they came in. And marinara translates to seafaring, or sailor style, or mariner style. So this is where this would have gotten its name. You would think it was to be some kind of seafood style sauce or something like that, but that's not what it is. She's been with Heather all day. Imagine that. Yeah, I heard they were getting their nails done. Give them a week off of school, and you can't control them. And this was the preferred meal of the merchants during their long expeditions at sea. You needed something that, number one, wouldn't spoil. It's acidic, so you can actually it'll last while you're on the seas. Kind of like sauerkraut. We're getting a nice little gravy building in here. Okay, now let me get this spoon out because I'm about to start chopping this. And this is my deer meat. Now, one of the things is, when I do my deer meat, my deer ground meat, same thing we put in the deer sausage, no change in the formula. This is seasoned, and it's well seasoned. So you gotta watch the seasoning you're gonna add to this gravy. All right. And right now, I have 4.5 pounds of meat, of ground meat right here. And what I like about doing this, the Boston butt, the pork, gets some good fat out, gets some good flavor. The deer, very lean, very nutritious. Deer meat is actually probably more nutritious and healthier than beef meat. And the hardest part, after you back and pack it, is it kind of balls together. It bonds together, is to get this thing loose. So you got to keep working it. And just keep on working it. So what's the origination? When did marinara sauce come about? The exact location seems to be lost. We don't really know where it was developed. Likely either Naples or Sicily, part of Italy, the southern part. Really don't know. But after tomatoes, appeared in Europe via the explorers that came in around the 16th century. Then you started seeing recipes with this marinara sauce. Where did tomatoes come from? South America, probably. But there was a whole lot of exploring going on. But the sauce came well before pasta came around. So you think of spaghetti, meatball and spaghetti and tomato sauce. But the pasta sauce, the gravy was first, probably before the pasta. They wouldn't have been combined until later on. Now, as to get this meat, and one thing about this pot, it's not big enough to cover the fire, so I keep burning my towels. All right, Lee, the ground meat is looking great. This ground meat is good. And one good thing, you're going to get some deer, making some good deer sausage. I'm going to tell you, keep it simple. Season it with what you like to season it with. I just season mine with salt and pepper. Sometimes people want green onion. We'll throw it in there. Sometimes people want garlic. We'll put that in there. It's specific to what they want. I would love right now to have this ground meat with a lot of garlic. Not many people like a lot of garlic, so I tend to stay away from it. But it'd be up to me, this thing would be loaded with garlic. Probably more than most people like. Now this pot, a lot of people ask me about this pot. This is a 12-quart ball wrath sauce pot. It's got a real thick bottom. This is why this cooks this so good. What's up, Crook? My brother-in-law, Marshall Crook. Okay. And these burners, it's a challenge just to hold this pot in place. Roy, I'm on the way. Just come on over, brother. You don't have to mess with me. Just come on over. We'll sit down, drink a cold beer, and talk about it. Put these carrots in. Something I love with tomato sauce is to throw carrots in it. Carrots got that little sweetness about it, and it really gives it a good taste. Another thing, if you want to do, if you have some really good sweet potatoes, if you want to put that in there at the end, works really well. I'm going to throw my garlic in. Should have threw it in a little bit earlier, but it was hot right there. I didn't see it. One thing about these spoons, they start getting hot. You see, I have 3 spoons. I keep switching them. And one of the things, I have these carrots and ground meat. One of the dishes we'll be cooking soon is carrots, sweet potatoes, and ground meat. Man, you talk about a good dish, and we're going to cook that real soon. It is one of my favorite dishes to do with ground meat. Oh, Terry. Man, thank you, brother. Back at you. Hope y'all well. Now, yeah, I'm going to keep on cooking, brother. Somebody asked me how long I was going to do this, my Cajun cooking experience. I said, I want to be doing it one day. 99 years old, and I'm teaching people how to cook, and I just lay down and go to sleep. What a way to go. With the spoon in my hand and the pot on the burner. Notice I said 99 years old. That gives me 31 years to do this. It's a whole nother career. All right. Man, the smell of all this coming together is unbelievable. We haven't even put any kind of tomato sauce in it. Well, yeah, Mark. Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to bring that camera down and look in that pot. You see the carrots in there and all the colors, all the vegetables? Oh, man, this is a hell of a picture in here. What's up, Mike? This pot. And all this is mega nutrition. You're bringing plenty of nutrition. And the more you cook this, the more you're going to bring the nutrition out of these vegetables, out of this meat, and out of this whole dish. You're going to just pull so much nutrition out of here. And the way we're going to cook it tonight, it's going to be a very healthy dish for you to eat. Now, would you put it over? Could mess that up. That's your call. There's nothing better than a little buttered up pasta to put this over. Sherry, you're so right. Lots and lots and lots of garlic. It's amazing. Mine's think alike. I had some deer spaghetti with lots of garlic going on in my house. Man, everybody says, man, I don't like a lot of garlic. I belch it the next day, and you taste it the next day. I don't have that problem. I'm fortunate. Or it's people saying they smell it on you the next day. I think that's the problem. I worked for a guy one time. He kept raw garlic in his toolbox. He used to get headaches, migraine headaches, and he would eat raw garlic. Said it was good for his headaches. Well, yeah, Brian back home in Narco, Louisiana. Where you at in Narco, Brian? You didn't make it to Club 99 yet, huh? Marshall, is that your cruise shirt? You know it, brother. That was a Hawaiian night shirt. I bought it on a Thursday. Hawaiian night was on a Friday. It was on a Saturday. And look, for 3 days on the cruise, for 4 hours each day, to dance the swamp pop music, all I can tell you, it doesn't get any better than that. But anyway, we stayed busy. Whew, the smell in this pot is unbelievable. And the thing about it, the season in the deer sauce is only salt and pepper. There's no preservatives. There's nothing in there that's funny or fishy. So you can add anything you want because all you're dealing with is a simply seasoned sausage right now. Let's see. The garlic is great for headaches. Sure, that's what I've heard, and that's what he told me. And he kept it when you open the toolbox, whoo, and knock you out. You had a whole string of garlic in there. Brian, bingo at the Knights of Columbus. Go ahead, brother. Man, that's a big night at the Knights of Columbus. I heard bingo is back in Narco. My sister might be over there. Look at the bar and see if you see Len Louvier. Oh, man. Got to keep switching the spoons. All right. And this is something you got to stay on top of. Right now, what's happening, you're seeing a lot of this meat is letting out a lot of water. What'd you say, Freddie? All the way from downtown Matari. Where my daughter lives at, and where Lucy lives at. Yes, indeed. And I was close to living there when I was living in St. Rose. So this meat is going to throw a lot of water. It's going to throw a lot of moisture. So you have to let this moisture cook out. But man, let me tell you, that moisture is cooking out. That water is cooking out. It's a lot of flavor. That is a lot of good flavor in that coming out of that deer sausage right now. If you love living, if you love what you do, you'll live a great life. You got that right, brother. And I love what I do. You know, I get to talk to people all over the world, doing my bus tours, or people doing the Cajun cooking experience, whether I'm doing my groups, or I'm doing my individual, like group couples are doing Cajun cooking experience. And it's amazing how much you learn just by listening to people about what they do and where they live. I love it. And that's the best part of my job. And it's not even a job anymore because I don't have to do it. That's why I love it. It's my semi-retirement job. Oh, Tina, from all the way from Maine. Hey, Tina. Is that one of my Chet Durr people? And that was my neighbor, in fact. Y'all were right next door to me in the cabin. So Donnie is so popular. When we had COVID, Donnie was coming on every Friday. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tina. But people in Maine were watching him, and they fell in love with him. And they got to know him and all. So when he had this cruise, they came from Maine, 4 of them, 2 couples, came from Maine to listen to him and be with him on his cruise. It was awesome. And I invited them to come move to Louisiana. And I think they told me that's probably not going to happen. I just told them, don't sell that house. Go back in the summertime in their house. I'll go back in the summertime in their house. All right, this is coming along real well. Bring the camera down. And there's that good brown ground meat, and all the vegetables are starting to come together. I got to give me another switcher. That's too far to walk. All right. Man's got to take a break. Okay. We are planning on going next May. So Tina, is he going to do another cruise next May? I know they were talking about it, but they never gave a time. So I'm popping and flip-flopping. We will go see you all in May of next year. Yes, indeed. Okay, here's a tomato paste. Notice I opened on both ends? I'm going to bring some tomato paste in here. And I want a nice thick gravy. We'll be going to see him at the campground that they... Okay, cool. Well, I tell you what, when y'all down, Tina, when y'all down in May and y'all nearby, y'all come on the show one Wednesday night. Just come sit over here and watch the show. And if one of y'all want to cook with me, come on up. What'd you say, Sharon? Love to have y'all over here for the evening. And May is usually a very good time of the year. Starting to get pretty hot. We still, spring is like a flip of the coin. Maybe we're in spring, maybe we're in summer. Who knows in May? But it is a good time of the year. Okay, my tomato paste is in. And I want to cook that tomato paste a little bit. Now, sometimes what people will do is actually start off and when they'll fry the tomato paste down before they do anything else. That's what you want to do. It's no problem. I'd rather cook my meat down and my vegetables down before I even bring it in. One thing about when you're doing this cooking, Cajun cooking, everybody's got their different way of doing it. Everybody's got their little tweaks, and twerks of how they do it. And that's good. Tina, what y'all making? So Tina, this is deer sausage. I make deer sausage for people. So this is deer and pork seasoned. And instead of putting it in a sausage casing, I make ground meat with it. And we're going to make a tomato gravy with it. We're going to put it in a spaghetti sauce or marinara sauce. And like I was saying earlier, Tina, I tell people, go ahead, get you a lot of ground meat. You get a deer, get some deer sausage made, make a lot of ground meat. And you don't have to get it seasoned. You can add something to mix it with pork. And then go ahead and season yourself as you're cooking so you can have it seasoned for different things. Or you can have them season it for you. It's your thing to do what you want to do. Oh, Harvey, you smelling that Marrero, brother? All the way down the river in Marrero, Louisiana. Oh, yeah. The tomato paste is really cooking up good in here. I'm going to let this cook a little while. I want this tomato paste to really set in here before I start bringing my sauce. Now, tomato paste got a hard bite to it. So you have to let it cook a while. And this is the one, when you bring tomato paste in, this is why it takes you a good while to cook this tomato gravy. Let it slow cook, get that good bloop going so you can get that bitterness out. And of course, to help get that bitterness out, we got some of that sugarcane sugar. We always got to show some love to our sugarcane farmers. Check my fire. Okay. Take a peek down in that pot now. You see that little reddish color in that pot? All this stuff is really coming together. There's a nice little gravy that's built down here. That's when I put that stock. You bring in a little bit of stock at a time. See, it's building a little light red, light, nice, reddish, brownish gravy. Very good. Now, one of the things you can do, if you want to give it a little nutty flavor, and I have this on the side, I haven't decided if I'm going to use it yet. Here's some roux I made. I've been having this roux for about a month. People always say how long you can keep a roux. I've been having this roux for at least a month. As long as you don't put the vegetables in, you can keep it out of room temperature. It's fine. If you want it to last a little longer, keep it in your fridge or put it in the freezer. But it's going to be good for a few months. It will not spoil. Got to keep switching these spoons. Now, I want to give me a little taste of this meat. Just to see how the tomato's cooking and how well it's seasoned. All right, thank you, Ron. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Let it cook down a little bit more. We'll start bringing my sauce in. Now, one of the things that I like to bring in the tomato sauce, a little V8 extra spicy. This is really optional. I love to bring this in the tomato sauce. It gives it a little different flavor with all these vegetables in it. And it's got that little piquant to it. It's got a little kick to it. Not only do I love it in my tomato paste, man, if you want a bad to the bone Bloody Mary, use some of this. And it's also good to drink. Oh, Ben, all the way from Biloxi. Man, if you smelling this Biloxi, this stuff is traveling, brother. Oh, Claude, what's happening? Okay, what I did, I just added some chopped tomatoes and some rotel going in. So I chopped tomatoes and rotel. I just added to this before I start bringing in my tomato sauce. Barris, get in there late. Better than see my spuddy. Barris, I love you. You're getting on just in time before I start my dance. I love it. Oh yeah, but how do you do from El Paso, Texas, brother? I'm doing great. Fantastic. Man, the week after you come off a cruise, if you're not doing great, a little bit depression because you had to come home. But if you're not doing great, really bad. Just made me think. I use V8 in my sauce, sauce piquant. Roy, try a little spicy hot one. Oh, Lord. And look, whatever you don't put in here, it's good to drink. Oh, Rocky, what's happening, brother? Rocky, you missed me while I was going? There you go, Bears. Perfect timing. You need to go on another cruise. Thank you, Lucy. Lucy said, y'all see that comment? I got to go on another cruise so I can cheer up a little more. I appreciate that, cruise. And I'll tell you what, Lucy, I think you're right. I need to go on another cruise so I can cheer up a little more. All right. Now, I'm gonna bring my tomato sauce in. But what I did, I dumped the tomato sauce out and I rinsed all these cans out. Because I'm not gonna let it go to waste. And this little can here, I have 4 of these cans in here. Okay. I get every bit of tomato sauce out of here. I'm gonna bring my shallots in. And these shallots, people laugh at me. I actually have an old ice chest outside. I put some pot and salt in and some dirt in. And that's where I grow my shallots at. I call it my ice chest garden. Will Digger, what's happening, my brother? Okay. Now we're gonna get this up and get it going again. Cool, we got a great looking sauce in here. Now I'm gonna bring that camera in on it. Time to bring a little V8 in. I should have had a V8. Oh. Oh. A little bit for me, a little bit for the pot. A little bit for me. A little bit for the pot. Now, if you're gonna add a little beer to your spaghetti gravy, don't add a light beer. Give the gravy some loving. Show it some dog beer. Show it some poop. Put a beer in there that's got some poop in it. Now, in tomato sauce, the first cookbook that ever had tomato sauce in it that they could find was written by an Italian chef. His name was Antonio Latini, written in 1692. Later on, in 1790, there was a cookbook that had the tomato sauce that appears with the pasta. And you know, before they invented the fork, you know, a tomato sauce and pasta, they'd have eaten it with their hands. There was no other way to eat it. So you can go back in history and find that they ate this with their hands until somebody invented the fork. Oh, Dino, what's happening? Thank you, brother. Okay. Now all we gotta do is let this sauce cook. And one thing I love these shallots. Cut today. These shallots are about 3 hours old from being after I cut them. You can't get any fresher than that. Now all I have to do is just cut them at the dirt and let them grow back. Why waste the ice chest? Make a garden out of it. And it makes interesting conversation. Oh, Lucy, that sugar's coming. Oh, honey. Sugar, sugar. Yeah, I do need another cruise. I'm kind of depressed. A little time. Because you never know what time it is. A little oregano, you know? You know when you know. Okay. We got a lot of flavors going on in here. I'm gonna bring a little bit of my stock in and let this start cooking. Now, what you would do, you would cook it, let it reduce, let it thicken up, bring a little bit of stock in, bring it back up, and let it keep on going. Let it go back up and down, because the longer you cook it, this better tomato gravy is gonna be. Since we're trying to keep this show under an hour, we won't cook it we wouldn't cook it that long. Will Diggle, don't forget, Lent is over. Drink up, brother. Hell yeah, it's almost French bedtime. Got that French bed dancing. Been dancing back here waiting for me. Janice. Hello from Mike and Jan in Illinois. How y'all doing? Always good to see y'all on the show at night. Let's go ahead and bring it down. Let's bring the sky cam. Let's bring the camera down. Okay, look at that beautiful red sauce. Look at that thing. We've got a lot of colors in there. You can see the shallots in there. The carrots, all the different color bell peppers, and of course, 2 different color onions. Now, I want to take a little taste What I'm tasting for now, Spud, do you ever add smoked sausage or undo it? You can. If you want to put some smoked sausage in here, you definitely can. Or if you want to make some, like use some smoked deer sausage, which would even be better, you could put that in here. Or if you want to add undoing, absolutely. I'm making it real like straight up tonight, but my smoke flavor is coming from that smoked pork bone that I actually use, that I made my stock with. So I'm getting that little smoky flavor in this spaghetti. But yes, you could put that with no problem. That is not a problem. Okay. Let me start tasting for this bitterness. You see, we got a good little bloop going in this pot right now. Okay. I'm gonna need a little bit more sweetness in here. Okay. Seasoning's pretty good. I'm gonna put a little piquant in a minute. So this is a little teaspoon. I've added about 6 of these already in here. I'm gonna bring a little pepper, a little black pepper in. And I'm gonna bring a little bit of the cayenne. And a little teaspoon of salt. That's my Himalayan pink salt. Hey, Jan, all the way from Florida. Something else that really goes well in the tomato sauce is a little crystal. Give it a little crystal love. How much you want to put? It's up to you. But that crystal's got some good flavor, but that little vinegar base really adds something to your tomato gravy. Now, remember, are you going to be open tomorrow night? I sure will, Rocky. Unless I decide to go on another cruise. So you remember I was talking about bringing a little roux in? I could bring it in now. Don't need much. A couple tablespoons of roux and bring this in. That's going to help thicken the gravy. Also, with that dark roux, give it a little hearty flavor. And you don't need a lot of roux in the tomato gravy, but I always like a little roux in my gravy. Believe me, that's a Cajun, South Louisiana thing. You missed me, Rocky. Okay, give that roux a little time to break up in here and settle down. Give it time to thicken this gravy a little bit. So the original marinara sauce, it was really straightforward. It was San Marzano tomatoes, a little garlic, basil, extra virgin olive oil, and salt. That's all it was. Wasn't really a whole lot to it. So it started off very simple, and then over time, people have experimented and added to it, and family traditions passed down to make it anything you want it to be. To me, the more vegetables you put in the tomato sauce, the better it's going to be. That's just my personal preference. Now, I want to get that taste. I want to get that taste for seasoning now. Because I've added some salt and pepper and all. Julia. All right, really looking good. Thank you, Julia. Man, if you think it looks good, you ought to be smelling this in here. Oh. Every season perfect right now. The season is perfect. Remember, the season is going to set in. Tina, do you own your own restaurant? I did. We closed it down in COVID. So for 27 years, I had a restaurant, smoked my own meats. I was a seafood market at one time, catering. I've done it all. After COVID, I shut the restaurant down and decided instead of feeding people. I want to teach them how to cook and come back to natural cooking and teach people how to cook the old Cajun way. The true Cajun cooking. Now, is there one true Cajun cooking? No. Because if you put 10 Cajuns in a room, that's going to be 10 ways to cook a dish. Oh. Oh. Now you have to watch. If you make this gravy too thick tonight, tomorrow you're going to be able to add some stock to it. So make sure you have some stock left over tomorrow if you make this thing really tight. I like to take my tomato gravy, pick it up a little loose tonight because I'm going to put it in the cooler. I'll have it a little on the wet side so that tomorrow it's going to be just right. So, and it's very meaty. This is the way I like it. I like it very, very meaty. Don't make one of them wish dishes where people wishing you to put a little meat in it. I'm going to go ahead and add my parsley in. Oh, man. Oh. All these flavors are coming together. Y'all know what time of the day it is. Oh, Lord. French bread is calling my name. Man. Oh, Brandon. Bread dipping time. Ooh. Can't help it. You got to keep moving. Too bad I didn't have the French bread when I was dancing on the floor. Lord. No. I can eat it just like this. I don't even need pasta. I don't need anything. Just keep dipping this bread. You have to watch because as this thing thickens up, it has a tendency to stick. Okay. I have to do this. Watch, I don't burn my tongue. Man. Oh, Pam, what's happening? Man, this thing is good. Kathy. Think it's making you hungry. I'm past that hungry part. Now we're going to put a little bit of pasta. We bring that camera down. Hey, Jackie. Look at this. Let me pull it a little bit closer. Whoa, there you go. Man, this thing is kicking. This thing is slamming and jamming. Let me stir this pot before I go mess up my dish. Now, see, it's starting to thicken up again, okay? This is when I bring a little bit more stock in. Thin it out a little bit. And then go ahead and thicken it up a little bit. And you keep doing this. Keep going back and forth with this. It's going to make you a better gravy. Okay. Now, this tomato, when you're going to make a tomato sauce and you're going to make a spaghetti, I don't care if you're making meatballs, loose meat, sausage, whatever you're doing. But if you put some bad ground meat in here, you're going to get a bad tomato gravy. What it's going to do is going to throw a lot. It's going to throw a lot of fat in here. So you definitely want to use a high quality ground meat. If I had to buy some in the store that was ground already, I'd probably look for certified black Angus. What we use when we do our Knights of Columbus dinners, our dirty rice and baked chicken dinners. And it's good. It's a better quality than the mystery meat that you have in the ground meat. You're gonna pay more for it. Probably gonna pay 50, 75 cents a pound more. It's worth it. It's worth it. What you say, Sammy? What's going on, my brother? Okay. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. I'm so happy. Lord, this is good. I like my mama would have said, or my mama would have said, Lord, today. Mm-mm-mm-mm. One more time. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah. Ooh. This stuff is awesome. And you know, I'm seeing all these people come on, and it makes me think of the cruise I just came off of. We had 7 people. And what made it so awesome, we had the 7 people together cruising. We had a great group. I mean, just a good group of people. Everybody got along. Everybody was easygoing. Whatever one wanted to do is fine. What didn't want to do, you go your own way. It didn't matter. It was just a good group of people. But also, the people that were part of the Ted Durr experience, the whole group, they were there for one reason, just to do a little swamp popping and some good dancing and have a good time and pass a good time. That's what it was all about. It was just met a lot of new people and like my friends from Maine. And it was just awesome to see us, everybody comes together for the same reason. And you're in a room with almost right at 200 people, and everybody's just having a good time and getting along. That's what life should be about. Okay. There it is. Y'all, there you have. Hell, I got that little bit of V8 left. Just so put it in there. No use wasting it. There you have the spaghetti, the loose meat spaghetti with deer sausage. And the reason deer sausage does so well, because of the high quality meat that you're putting in. I'll tell you, if you're going to get deer sausage made, number one, know that they're going to use your deer. Number two, make sure they're using a high quality pork. There's so many different ways to do it. There's so many tricks, especially when you're grinding meat. There's so many tricks to doing it. Trust the person that you're going to have making it for you. That they're going to do it what you want to do and not sneaking anything in. Okay. One more time before I leave y'all for the night. Ooh. Mm. Yeah, this is it. It's ready to eat. This dish will be better tomorrow. Something very simple to do. It's one of the easiest dishes you can have ready in less than an hour. And you know, if you want to cheat, you can use it. You can use a jar of ragu if you want to do that. But keep it clean. Use your cans of tomato sauce and tomato paste. You can't go wrong. It's not that hard. Trust me. And make you a good stock. It's going to work out great. Tina, we have deer in our freezer, and I don't eat it. Tina, if you were here right now, you would eat this because you don't know it's deer. And one of the things is that the deer, when you mix it with some pork, and the way today they're feeding the deer soybeans, corn, they're feeding them like we feed cattle. So the meat is not as wild as it used to be. It's a very mild meat now. It's come a long ways, and it's very good. And this right here, if I didn't tell you anything, put it over some spaghetti, you would eat it and wouldn't have a clue. This is how good it is. Yeah, we're gonna be back next week. I'm not sure what I'm cooking. Somebody asked me to do some petit pois with the roux because they happened to eat it at one of my Cajun cooking experiences. And the lady told me I did not like peas until I ate it with the roux. And now I'm hooked. So now she wants me to put it on the show so she can see how to cook it. That's coming up soon. And also the carrots and sweet potatoes with the ground meat. I know that's coming up soon. And have a few other dishes. So, got a few things lined up. Any requests? Just shoot them to me. You are a good tour guide on the American Cruise Bus. Oh, Tina, thank you. Another one of my semi-retired jobs is being a tour guide for American Cruise Line on the buses. I'll be doing that Saturday. And Tina can tell you, I have a passion for it. I love what I do, and I love being with the people, and I love to make people laugh. And it's not hard to make people laugh, especially when they're on vacation. Because I was on a cruise last week, and I did a lot of laughing. Okay. There it is, y'all. Take one more peek in the pot before we leave. Thank y'all so much for being with me tonight. See y'all next week. Oh, Lance, what's happening? Rachel wants the peas. Thank you, Lance. My cousin Rachel Terry, I knew it was somebody, wants the peas. She fell in love with them. So next week, we're going to do roux peas for Rachel Terry. Thank y'all so much. See y'all next week. God bless y'all. Love y'all. And thank y'all for tuning in.
I don't cry when it rains no more, or I get dirt on my shoes. I don't mind climbing 8 more floors, 'cause these stairs are all heading to you. I don't wait for tomorrow's sunshine when I feel it today. But when it's cold in the dead of winter, remember that snow melts away. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance for the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. We don't need plans or a fancy agenda. Well, let's just see where it goes. We got no care for the way people stare at the dust in the